Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is the Traders Exclusive Live Trader Showcase for September. I'm Sherry. If you need me for anything, please email me at support@tradersexclusive.com. And we're so happy you could be here with us. Please check out tradersexclusive.com, where we regularly post articles and video clips with valuable trading tips and strategies. That's also where you're going to find a recording of today's webinar. And of course, we always get started with our disclaimer, where you should carefully consider whether trading is suitable for you in light of your circumstances, knowledge, and financial resources. You may lose all or more of your initial investment. Opinions, market data, and recommendations are subject to change at any time. This is teaching and training. Please check it out for yourself. Do your due diligence. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future result. Moomoo is our sponsor for September. With Moomoo, you get free access to real-time LV2 market data of US stocks. And for a limited time, join 19 million Moomoo users and get up to 16 free stocks, including Tesla or Google, when you register for a new account with this link. And you fund it with at least $100. So the way it works out is for the month of September, deposit $100, you get 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you get the 5 free stocks plus 10 free stocks. And if you want to have a $5,000 account, you get the first 2 tiers plus 1 free share of Tesla or Google. So this is Joel Peterson of the Crypto Code. And he's going to talk to us about how to do the opposite of the herd, quote unquote, and actually win in the crypto markets. Joel escaped the rat race in 2002, when he first discovered the internet, and since then has taught thousands of others to do the same. He first discovered crypto in 2013, when he helped start one of the first Bitcoin mining farms in the USA. He then started his own crypto education, research, and software companies that now has over 40 employees around the world. Joel just considers himself a regular guy. He decided to make a decision to do something different with his life. So what he's most proud of is his wife and 6 children and the time they get to spend together. We want to hear about this most recent time. People love his down-to-earth style and his no-hype approach to teaching how to live a better life. And I'm thinking that involves having plenty of time to do what you want. Am I right?
That is correct.
6 children. What are their age range?
See, we are, oldest is 27, got 1 grandchild. And then all the way down, the 2 youngest are seniors in high school now, so.
Oh boy. Well, you're not going to know what to do with yourself in a little bit.
I know. It'll be
the empty nest is a real thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you. I appreciate you being here, and I'm making you the presenter now.
Great. And just for fun, I'm going to throw up my webcam. Can you guys see me here? Hold on.
Yeah.
Look at that. I am sitting here. Let me put the right monitor on here as well. I just thought I won't keep this on the whole time, but I just want to say hi to everybody. I'm kicking back in Cocoa Beach, Florida. We have a beach house down here, and we're out entertaining a bunch of friends and having fun this week fishing at the beach. But I always like to jump on and share crypto knowledge and training with everybody. So hope you guys are well. Give me a hi in the questions. Actually, let me go ahead and bring up my questions here.
Right. Let me go ahead. You may not have it right yet. Okay, It's going to knock your mic out for just a second. So just
that's fine.
Count to 5.
And I will not end the webinar, so you're good.
Please don't end the webinar. All right.
We're good. We've done thousands of GoToWebinars, so we will be good. And thank you guys all for being here. Let's do this. I want to start just like in about a minute, but I want to ask a few questions. Are you okay if I ask a few questions to the audience right now?
Please do. Please do.
Awesome. I just want to kind of get an idea of, I know we have a lot of traders, investors, things people do, stocks, options, different things in the investing world. I'm just curious, who here has ever done anything with crypto? So maybe just rank yourself, like, are you a beginner? Are you intermediate or advanced? Maybe you're an old dog in crypto. Just let me know, because I'd like to get to know our audience here so we can tailor this towards you. Okay. Looks like we have some intermediates, newbies, and that's great. Everyone starts out as a newbie. Most people actually are newbies in the crypto markets. Such a new area. So we have some beginners, some intermediates. So we're gonna have something for everybody here today. So what I always say, like, if you're interested in trading, if you're interested in making money, if you're interested in figuring this whole thing out, you're in the right place. So that's what I'm going to share today. So let me go ahead and turn my video off here, and just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hold on a second, turn off my video. There we go. All right. We are good. You guys can see my slides. Let's get started here. We're at the top of the hour. Thank you for being here. And then as I get going, if you have any questions for me as we get going, please put those in the questions area. We'll have some time at the end for some Q&A. So thank you for being here, everybody. I do see a lot of people said that they are new to the crypto world. It's something new to them. We do have some intermediate and some old dogs in the house as well. So keep those questions going in, and at the end, I will definitely do a Q&A and be happy to answer any questions you all have. So thanks for having me here today. I'm super excited to speak to everybody. My topic today is how to do the opposite of the herd and actually win in the crypto markets. Is there anyone here that actually wants to win in the crypto markets? You know, if anyone's been paying attention in the crypto markets in the last year, it's been a wild ride. And I love it. And I'm going to tell you why today, because people who get it and who understand it have done really, really well in the crypto markets. So if you've struggled in the crypto markets, if you've lost money in the crypto markets in the last year and a half, you're going to want to pay attention today. So again, my name is Joel Peterson. And just like I was just introduced, I'm married, I have 6 kids. We live in Utah. Over the years, I've worked multiple jobs. I was the, if you ever seen that movie Office Space, I was that guy sitting in the gray cubicle over 22 years ago, and not knocking jobs or anything. I loved my job. My last job was at 3M, but I just never seemed to have enough money. There was always more month than money. And so I never had enough time to go do the things I wanted, spend time with my kids, and I just needed something different. I discovered the internet in 2000, and I started selling stuff on eBay and quickly built an online income, started learning about all the different opportunities online. And then my life changed ever since. And I quit my job over 21 years ago this fall. And I've always done my own thing. I've always been an entrepreneur, figured this out. Back in 2013, a friend approached me and said, "Hey, we're starting this Bitcoin mining operation." I'm like, "A what? What's a Bitcoin?" And so they explained it to me, and I didn't quite understand it, but all I knew is that we were running these computer programs to start this new financial network around the world called Bitcoin. And I was helping them sell these servers. And these servers were $3,000 each, and you could mine 2 Bitcoin a month with these servers. And this is when Bitcoin was, ranging around $300 to $600. And I was getting them customers for their service, and I was getting 10% of all these sales. Now, when it came time to pay me, they said, "Joel, do you want to get paid in dollars or do you want to get paid in Bitcoin?" And I was like, "I want the dollars, man. I don't want this Bitcoin stuff." And boy, that was a mistake. If I had taken the Bitcoin, you'd have to call me Mr. Peterson now. But that was my first lesson in crypto and first lesson in these markets, that like I saw what Bitcoin did from 2013. It was like just crazy gains, and I started understanding the technology as time went by in 2015, 2016, and that's when I decided to jump in and get really super serious about this, and we started our company. So since then, we've had thousands of student success stories in our company, 15 plus years of combined crypto experience with us and our other teachers involved in here. Out of all the programs and everything that I've taught people over the years, the Crypto Code has been the most successful. We've had the most success of students of any previous programs or instructions that we've done combined. So we are called the Crypto Co. We're a crypto research and education software company. We have 40 employees around the world. And what we do is train, teach, research. We do the whole kit and caboodle. Our goal is to bring crypto education to the world, teach people how to be successful at it and actually how to win at this game. So just really quick, these are the things that the FTC wants you to know about. You know, during my presentation today, I'm going to share some student results and our own results using these techniques and strategies. And guys and gals, this is not a guarantee that you'll achieve the same results or similar results. You might do worse, you actually might do better. This training is for educational purposes and is strictly personal opinion. Please make sure to do your own research. Never take one person's opinion or financial guidance. There are multiple strategies and not all strategies fit all people. This training is not financial advice. We may show some big numbers and projections for future growth. These are not promises of income if you follow our advice or join our program. Your level of success is up to you. And I'm not pushing a program today, guys, just FYI, but I always like to put that out there because at the end of the day, I think we all need to know that we do our own research. We're responsible for our own actions. At the end of the day, action takers really are the money makers, people that get serious about things and actually take action, make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, but people that stick with it over the long run are the ones that become successful pretty much at anything in life. So as I get going here today, please type your questions in and I'll be happy to answer those. I will do a question and answer at the end. So let's go ahead and get going here. So again, remove all your distractions, log out of Facebook, silence your phones, get comfortable. If you guys are ready, type in "I'm ready" into the chat box and let's get going. Let's make sure I can see my audience here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Again, thank you guys all for being here. Lots of great people here. You guys ready to get going? Let's get started here. Here's what we are talking about today. We're going to be talking about some breakthrough solutions that's going to help you gain solid understanding of the crypto markets. You're going to learn how these volatile and risky and confusing markets work. You're going to stop following the herd and struggling to profit in crypto. I'm going to teach you how to stop following the herd, okay? You're going to discover the secrets to finally winning at crypto and why this volatility can be your best friend, but only if you do the opposite of the herd. This is no longer a game of chance. You actually can control everything and it can work fast. I'm going to give everyone 3 special gifts for everyone. Stay to the end of my presentation today. And I give you 3 gifts. Gifts number 1 is there's no purchase necessary, no strings attached. I'm going to give you a link for even more in-depth training that I'm giving here today because I'm just limited to an hour today. I'm going to give you more in-depth training if you're interested in learning more. And if you attend that training, I'm going to give you $10 in Bitcoin. Gift number 2, we actually do a weekly drawing of $500 in Bitcoin. And stay to the end, I'll give you the link. You can get entered into that. And we actually do that contest every single week. So you just have to enter once and you have the chance to win every single week. Years ago, someone gave me $5 in Bitcoin. It was like actually when I got a Coinbase account years and years ago, they gave you $5 in Bitcoin. And I had never logged into my Coinbase account for like several years after that. And I logged in one day and I had $511. Like, whoa, you know, so you never know where your free Bitcoin would go. Plus, we're going to give you a mystery gift worth $297. Mystery gift is a really good PDF report that our research team has written about a mystery token. So I gave you the mystery right there. So let's talk about this. You know, we all know the phrase once in a lifetime. The dawn of the internet is an example of a once in a lifetime opportunity. Just look at how it's changed our lives. And you know, if you had invested in Amazon, Google, or any of the other big internet companies early on, you'd have done extremely well. But crypto is even bigger. It's a once in a generation opportunity because crypto has the potential to revolutionize the very foundation of society. It promises to redistribute power and control from centralized companies and institutions back into the hands of individuals. Now, listen, this is too big of a rabbit hole to fully go down on this presentation here today. But the point is, once you understand what crypto is and how it works and what its purpose is, you start to see why the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so many other coins have exploded over the years to really unfathomable levels. In fact, Bitcoin has been the best investment opportunity of our generation so far. our generation. So if you think there's nothing to this crypto, you really should think again. Just look at this price action. Over the last 12 years or so, Bitcoin has exploded in price from 0 to close to $70,000. 1,000 invested in Bitcoin 10 years ago when this screenshot was taken would have been worth over $13 million today. I told you my story of how I could have got paid in Bitcoin and I chose the dollars, and that was an incredibly stupid mistake. Now, I did mine some Bitcoin back then, and I'm so grateful that I did, that I got that opportunity. Now, nothing else compares to it, not even close. Even the most volatile stocks out there, Tesla, hasn't given returns anywhere close to this. And it's this volatility, this rapid and substantial moves in price that makes crypto so special. It's what sets crypto apart from every other asset. Now, a lot of people see volatility as something that's scary, but it's not. It really isn't. You just need to know how to harness it properly. And that's exactly what we figure out how to do and what we're going to show today. So first, it's important to understand that volatility is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it equals opportunity. It's where the opportunity lies when it comes to crypto, and that's a fact. Just to illustrate this point, let's have a look at the stock chart of IBM starting way back in 2020. This is an example of low volatility chart. It's just moving around in a narrow channel, moving maybe 20% up and down at the most. Now compare that to the chart of the famous cryptocurrency known as Dogecoin. Have you heard of Dogecoin? Which made a lot of people a lot of money very quickly. In a matter of weeks, the price went completely parabolic. That price move right there was about 12,400% gain. That is crazy. Now put this in comparison. From January to June 2021, IBM gained about 23%. 1,000 grew to $1,238. Dogecoin gained 12,400%. 1,000 grew into $123,000. That's crazy, right? You know, I know it's risky, right? You can figure this out. It can be pretty amazing. An investment in Dogecoin was 100x more profitable than IBM. It's really crazy when you think about it. Now, longer term, let's talk about that. The numbers are even more staggering. IBM lost 32%. 1,000 shrunk to $680. Doge gained 150,000%. 1,000 would have grown to $1.5 million. And listen, Dogecoin is it's not the only story in town. And I show that it's a meme coin. Dogecoin kind of started out as a joke. Who knows where that will go? There are thousands of crypto coins out there that have seen astronomical gains over the past few years. Far too many to list here. That's just the nature of crypto. Now, as I mentioned, this volatility is a double-edged sword because on one hand, it equals opportunity, but on the other hand, it equals risk. Crypto can go down just as much as it can go up. And that's pretty much what happened to Dogecoin. It crashed over 90% in months following that parabolic price rise. And you know what? A lot of people didn't sell on the way down. I'm just curious. If anyone wants to raise their hand, I'm the only one that can see it, and our moderators. Are you one of these people that watched your crypto go down 90%, 8%, 78%? And that's okay if you were, because that's what the herd does. And today our goal is to teach you not to be the herd, to do the opposite of the herd. Most people didn't sell, and they watched it go all the way down. They held thinking that it would pop back up again. And that's the thing with trading and investing. Whether you're buying stocks or crypto, we are our own worst enemy. See, in an ideal world, most people would, you'd buy low and sell high, as shown on our screen here. You'd think that would be easy, right? Who knows always to buy low and sell high? Who does that right every time? It's easier said than done, right? Because in reality, it's the opposite. Most people buy at the very top and sell at the very bottom. And it's a tale as old as time. And there's a very specific reason for this. you know, it ties back to two of the most powerful core human emotions, fear and greed. Who here has heard of fear and greed before in relation to stock market investing? I would imagine every single one of you, you're here for trading, learning trading strategies. You probably heard of fear and greed. I'm not talking to people this is brand new to. But so when the price of okay, a lot of people, yep, it's a very well-known concept. When the price of a stock or crypto is going up, people start to get greedy, thinking the price will go up forever, so they buy. And the reverse is true. When the price is going down, people get fearful that it will just keep going down forever, so they sell. Raise your hand if that's ever been you. And so these emotions are amplified tenfold when you're dealing with a volatile crypto asset like crypto. Crypto goes up so much, so fast that people get super greedy on the way up, and it goes down so far, so fast that people get super fearful. So instead of buying low and selling high, most people end up buying high and selling low, and they miss out on a huge gains because of it. So let's talk about this a little bit more. Now, people have known for a long time that these emotions are playing tricks on them, and they've come up with two ways of dealing with them. The first is they buy and hold. Have you guys heard of HODL? Okay, that's a big thing in the crypto world. We don't believe in HODL. HODL means you're researching specific cryptos, holding for a long time. Usually people do this when they've really researched and thoroughly, they believe in the future of a certain crypto, they, you know, maybe they're learning a little trading, they're learning some TA, they realize that it's time to buy, and they're mastering all sorts of indicators and practice. And then they hold for like a long time. All right, and hoping that the price will go up. And I said the word hoping. But there's problems with this approach. And let's talk about trading. So HODL is like buying and holding, you know, using some TA to figure out maybe when to buy. Usually they don't use technical analysis, they just buy it. They go to Coinbase and just buy it. Or they learn trading, and trading is great. We love trading. Learn how to read charts, like I said just a moment ago. They learn some technical analysis, and then maybe they're doing some active trading. So you got HODL, you got trading. There's advantages, disadvantages to both, but here's kind of the big problem with both of those. The buy and hold may seem more sensible way to approach crypto investing, but it comes with a lot of drawbacks. It requires a lot of research to do it right. It's an emotional roller coaster. You can get stuck underwater. Like earlier in December, November, December this last year, we were screaming at people, listen, this is the good time to buy. This is a good time to buy. This is a good time to buy. Well, what was everyone saying? It's going down. It's going to go down more. It's going to go down more. If you had paid attention back in November, December of 2020, of last year, 2022, you'd have done really well. And if you would have been paying attention to our markets here when Bitcoin hit 31,000, followed some trading, some charts, and looked, you know, you could have done 100% on your money. But hodling, if you're buying, even if you do happen to catch low and you're hoping down the years, you may watch your portfolio drop down 70, 80, 90%. And who wants to do that? Who wants to go through that emotional roller coaster and watch this? You have to have, you know, you have to be pretty strong to be able to do something like that and be in it for really, really long term. And so that's one of the issues with hodling. It's very low likelihood that you're going, when you're hodling, that you're going to sell at the top or even near the top or even buy near the bottom. I'll give an example of kind of some hodl strategy. Like here's a good friend of mine, and he got into one of these crazy meme coins. Calls me up and he says, I put $3,000 into this thing called SafeMoon, which is a total meme coin. It's not our favorite kind, but just I'm giving an example of here. He put $3,000. That $3,000 turned into $384,000. He called me up. I told me this. I told him that day, sell it all right now. It will never go any higher ever than this. You are super lucky. But he didn't. He said, no, it's going to $1 million. His greed was kicking in. He's going to $1 million. And by the time he sold, he bought here, he sold here. I think he still made like $40,000, but he could have sold and taken a profit for $384,000. And that's the problem with hodling is you just don't know. You're not really following an actual strategy. And trading, listen, when I say there's a problem with trading, there's not a problem with trading. Trading's great. That's why you're here. You're learning to trade. You're learning to do charts. It can take some time and some practice, and it can be mentally exhausting sometimes. It can require unwavering emotional discipline. It's very hard to maintain. There's a lot of great ways to learn trading. We teach trading. A lot of people here will be teaching trading. And if you're willing to learn and that, you can do really well with trading. But like a lot of people, if they don't take it serious, like a lot of the people are going to be teaching you here, if they don't take it serious and practice and learn how to do it, the success rate can be pretty low. So if you just take this nonchalant with trading and don't actually learn how to trade, yeah, it can be tough. So here's the thing with hodling and trading, you're still battling you. With either approach, you're still fighting yourself. So for most of us, it's a battle that you're not going to win unless you take it super serious and get really good and become an expert at it. The price swings in crypto especially are just too unpredictable. Everyone thinks they're going to be the person that sells at the top, and they think they're going to be the person that's going to, swing trade the market successfully, just kind of like, on their own, trying to, listen to the advice of everyone else, watching a bunch of YouTube videos, watching the news. It's like the worst thing that you can do. But I'm happy to say that we've solved these problems. Having been in crypto now for many years and living through these scenarios that I've just described over and over again, we asked ourselves, like, there's got to be a better way to do this. How can we take advantage of the volatility in crypto and make actual profits on a daily basis without risk and without stress? Would you guys like to see this? Let me go ahead and talk about it. This is the secret to our success. We pretty much do the opposite of the herd. We implement automation and implement solid trading, emotionless strategies. So I'm going to go ahead and go through these two strategies here today. So what you don't need to do is buy and hold crypto for a long time, spend a ton of time on research, spend years learning technical analysis, stare at charts all day, go through constant emotional ups and downs. You don't need to do any of that. Again, you're going to be doing the opposite of the herd. The two strategies that does the opposite of the herd, of what the herd does. Well, strategy number one is automation. We're going to talk about automation right now. So automation, the key difference between this and other approaches is that it completely removes the subjective decision making when it comes to profiting in crypto. I mean, this means that fear and greed, those pesky emotions that cause most people to lose money in crypto, are eliminated. I mean, they're gone. They're out of the equation entirely. Instead, we use a totally objective, extremely low risk, rules-based crypto trading system that is 100% automated. And it works for anyone that uses it. And this is how it's possible because we have a secret weapon. We've developed a highly sophisticated set of strategies that tie into crypto trading systems, and it actually trades for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, generating profits multiple times every single day. Now, we're not the first ones to figure it out. You're smart enough to realize that there's Wall Street's been doing this for a long time now. They use crypto computer programs to trade stocks for years and years. In fact, the majority of trading on Wall Street is no longer done by humans. It's performed by computer programs. There's an article here from the Florida International University. It captures kind of the essence of what's going on here. Basically, it states that algorithmic trading has increased significantly over the last 10 years in the US stock markets. About 70% of comprehensive trading volume is initiated through algorithmic trading. So I'm sorry, many times you think you're trading against the guy next door or the company next door. You're not. You're actually trading against a robot, a computer program. According to BlackRock, Larry Fink, the likely reason for relative underperformance of active equity funds is the limitation of human discretion in active portfolio management stock picking. In other words, most funds underperform because they're run by humans. Mark Wiseman, another BlackRock executive, the old way of people sitting in a room picking stocks thinking they are smarter than the next guy doesn't exist anymore. And so we had a light bulb moment. We have a lot of experience in software development, creation, indicators, charts. We've created many tools over the years, and we decided to go ahead and automate this trading that was taking over Wall Street and do it in the crypto markets. So if we applied the same concept, we knew that we could win at this. So we took our combined experience, software creation, investing, trading, and crypto, and we use it to create the ultimate automated crypto trading strategy, which we like to call the Wavebot strategy. So I'm going to show you how it works in basics. I'm going to just kind of show you the strategy and how you can tie it in and how it can make money consistently. I'm going to show a few case studies as well, just a few today. But it does this, that Wavebot strategy generates profits 24/7, automatically. Profits whether the markets are up or down. It's extremely low risk and will trade any crypto successfully. It can trade multiple cryptos at once. And it's really the only hands-free, stress-free way to consistently profit with crypto volatility that we've ever seen. I'm just going to run through a couple of these really quick because my goal isn't here is to brag about people, but one of our people that use this software made $619 in there for 7 days. Devon took one of his bots, small budget for his bot, $500 in profit. The first few short days, he's well on his way to 1K in profits. Logan has done really, really well with this. Logan made $33,980 in profit in his first month. He was really a rock star in this. Basically, he's averaging about $113 in profit per day. He's on track to make about $41,000 this year. And listen, I'm not going to go through all these. We have other student success stories, and I'm going to go ahead and continue through these, but just let you know that we actually have real people using these strategies on a daily basis. It's a long-term strategy. But here's the key point here. The more you can minimize your fear and greed, the better you'll do in crypto. Remember, we are our own worst enemy. With Wavebot, you're completely eliminating these two impediments because you're replacing yourself with a program that makes decisions based on math and probabilities. And I'll show you how the strategy works here. Wavebot never stops. It just goes on generating profits day after day, hour after hour, like clockwork, whether you're sitting at your computer or not. I'm sitting here in Cocoa Beach, Florida, and I'm sitting here going fishing with friends, doing all kinds of things. Here's my bot making profits for me every day. I actually started this one year ago, put $11,000 into this. We've more than doubled that in about a year's time. Here you can see that it's continued to go up and up and up. And that's one of my real strategies. It's done about it. We're getting close to about 13,000 profit in a year. And that's this with this bot just running and me going about my life, doing what I want to do. And that's during this last year of great tumultuous swings up and down in the markets as well. I'll come back to that and show that a little bit later if you guys want to see that. So yeah, it never stops, runs all the time. And we don't have to stare at charts all day long. Is this making sense so far? I'm gonna get a drink of water here. Let me know in the chat box if this is making sense. Go ahead and type in yes if this is making sense. Okay, yes, seeing several yeses in here. Great. Well, let me continue on here. I'm about halfway done here. So people are asking already, like, what do you need to do to start making money with this? And I'll show you the steps. Simple step, really, you need to open up a crypto exchange account. So many of you are in, we get asked all the time, like, what broker do I use? Well, we don't really use brokers with this. We open up exchange accounts. Coinbase, depends what country you're in, Coinbase, Binance, Binance.us. There's different crypto exchange out there, Gemini, all kinds of accounts, Bybit, depends again what country that you're in. You open up an exchange account, you connect your Wavebot strategies to your account, you pick a crypto that you want to trade, any trading pair that's out there. You can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, anything, any pair that's out there. And we do have a program where we show people what we're doing and the picks that we use and the reasons why. We're really looking for that volatility. And then we deploy our wave bots and then we collect the ongoing profits. Sounds pretty simple, right? Well, that's the basis of how it is. Of course, you got to set these up and we try to make these as easy as possible, but just kind of visualize this a bit. So I know this is kind of a simple example, but you take our wave bot strategies, then go get a crypto exchange account. Like I said, you can do this at Coinbase, you can do it at Gemini, you can do it at Bybit, you can do it at Binance. Again, depends what country that you're in. And then you basically make profits, and you can take those profits and reinvest them into your bots, or just like anything, you could exchange those and put those out to your bank account. So, I know this is a kind of a simplistic drawing, but this is pretty much how it works. But let's dive deeper into this and talk about like why it works and kind of give you a peek under the hood here. So what does that look like to you guys? What does that look like to you guys? This is volatility at play. When crypto goes up and crypto goes down. Crypto goes up and crypto goes down. And what does that look like to you guys? Does that look like a wave? Yes, hopefully you said that. That is a wave, all right? That's why we call it WaveBot. And so what happens is it's like a surfer. WaveBot is like a surfer. It waits patiently until it sees the perfect wave, and then it catches that wave and rides it to the shore. And then it does something unique. Every time it rides a wave to the shore, it brings you some money. You're the guy standing on the shore, or the gal standing on the shore, and your surfer goes out and comes back and brings you some money. And this surfer will do it over and over again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can set up multiple surfers, all surfing the waves at once. So imagine these surfers bringing you profits hundreds or even thousands of times a day. And that's what WaveBot can do. Let's dive into this a little deeper though, because the key reason why WaveBot works so well is it's actually doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing when it comes to trading crypto. Okay, this is what most people do when they trade crypto. Earlier we were talking about the greed is most people buy at the top and sell at the bottom due to fear and greed. It's just a human nature, but WaveBot operates outside the walls of these emotions. Instead of buying high and selling low like everyone else, WaveBot actually buys low. It actually buys low and sells high. I know it sounds simple, right? But if it was so simple, you'd be doing it right now. But you have to stare at charts and figure all that stuff out if you want to do that. The way it works is very simple. First, WaveBot waits for the price of a given crypto to start dropping, connects to all kinds of charts and indicators that we have. Second, WaveBot buys it as the price drops. Third, WaveBot sells when the price swings back up, securing a tidy profit. And this is the secret behind it. And this is what some of you who maybe already have a little experience will understand. We use the power of dollar cost averaging. So this, if you've been in investing or if you have some experience, you may know this, like I said. This is where the buy orders are spread out over time. And this dramatically lowers the risk. And that's the big thing. It increases the long-term profitability as well. And it makes it very hard to ever lose a trade. Because as you know, crypto goes up, crypto goes down, stocks go up, stocks go down. And it's not like consistent every single day, right? What we're talking about is average over time. Everyone knows typically we get into August. It's boring. Everyone's going on vacation. They're not trading. Prices usually typically go pretty boring. We get into September. September is usually a red month. The whole month of September, not the whole month of September. We start to get some volatility like we've seen the last couple of days. But when you average this over time and you use dollar cost averaging with our bot strategies, it's an incredible strategy. So in regular investing, most people go all in at the top and they sell everything at the bottom. That's what the herd does. Don't be the herd. So you might say you put in $100 at the top and cash out at 20 bucks at the bottom. You took an 80% loss. That's what the herd does. Don't do the herd. Don't do what most people are doing. With WaveBot, it waits for the price to start dropping before it does anything else. And when it sees the price continue to drop, guess what? It keeps buying. It will buy with these small orders on the way down, all the way to the bottom. And every time it buys, the overall average price gets lower and lower. And then when the price swings back up, WaveBot sells and locks in those profits. And here's the key. It doesn't need to come back up as high as the previous where you bought it. If you're doing this properly, if you let WaveBot work, we all know crypto goes up, stocks go up, stocks go down. But they don't go down forever, and they don't go up forever. They wave. And the beauty of this is it doesn't have to come back up as much for you to take a profit. So Waybot is working 24/7. Unlike stocks in different markets, not all of it, this runs 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, it doesn't stop. And it's doing this on a very short time frame. So it's locking in profits every day, multiple profits, multiple times a day in many cases. So again, the 5 simple steps: open a crypto exchange account, connect your Waybot to the account, pick a cryptocurrency to trade, deploy the Waybot, collect ongoing profits, have a long-term strategy with this. Rinse it and repeat it as many times as you want. Set up dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of these automatic daily income streams. There's really no limit. And when I say daily income streams, I talk about these things that are averaged over time. You're gonna go through some boring times. You'll go through a couple weeks, your bot doesn't make anything, and then all of a sudden, boom, pops into profit, and then it makes it. So we're talking averaged over time here. So example, here's a case study here that we started. This basically was started July 12th, and it's made $16,817, averaging about $227 per day, $82,000 per year. A pretty good amount of capital invested in this one, but again, it was hands off here. Here's another campaign here. We started about 75 days ago that's made $31,000 in profit, about $433 per day, $158,000 per day. This one is a pretty aggressive one as well, guys. But here's what our goal, because a lot of people say, well, how much can I make at this and what should I expect? Again, there's no promises of income here, but this is just what we see. We've seen an average profit of about 0.5% to 1.5% daily on our accounts, averaged over time. So we'll have times where we have aggressively a lot more than this, and sometimes where it's just really flat and boring, and you just have to realize that you just got to let it work and let it work and let it work. And this is kind of what we are seeing averaged over time. To put it in a little bit more perspective here, people always say, like, Joel, if I put in this much, I'm going to make this much. And I'm like, no, we're never going to tell you that. And you should never let anyone ever tell you that. Okay. That's promises of income. We don't do that. I can just tell you what we have seen, what some of our students have seen, but in general, for about every $1,000 we put into Waybot, we're seeing an average of about $5 to $10 a day in profit, averaged over time. So you can do the math. Okay, that's what we see. Now, here's the cool thing, and I don't have a lot of time to go into this, but we see a dramatic increase of profits when we use compounding, a special auto compounding. You can go run some auto compounding calculators and realize if I take my Waybot profits or my crypto investing profits and I reinvest them, you could substantially increase those profits over time by using daily, weekly compounding, especially daily compounding. So you can really get to exponential earnings with very, very little effort, especially if you're in this for the long run. Now, I know you have a lot of questions, and this is like a little shorter of a presentation than I usually give, but I need to move on. But at the end, I'm going to give you guys a link. You can watch a more detailed presentation of this if you're more interested in learning about the Waybot strategies. So who struggles with knowing when to buy or sell crypto? Oh, I wanted to come back. I'm sorry. I wanted to bring this up again because I've had a few people asking me. Let me just make this. So this is one of my Waybots. Again, like I brought this up earlier. I started this in July of last year. I started this with $11,000, and this has continued to go on. It's more than doubled in a year. As we got going here, we ran through the market. You can see this increasing, and this was during the FTX collapse, and I did do a little rebalancing here, so I did have a little dip here. But I'm a long-term Waybot strategist here, and I see the power of compound. Now, here's the interesting thing. I actually didn't start auto compounding this account till earlier this year. And so it has just started increasing. So I've doubled this account in over a year. And it's literally me setting it up and letting it run for a year. And it just continues to run and run and run. So I can actually, let me go into some of my history today. And let's go take a look here. So here's $9.65 that came in today. That was 14 hours on Bitcoin Cash. Here's one that was actually 14 days. That was $39 Bitcoin Cash. Here's a Dogecoin one, took 1 day, $8 Bitcoin Cash again, 27 minutes. That was $2.34. Here's Doge, $4. Took 12 hours for that wave about to come back. 1 day, $9. Dogecoin again. That one actually took 5 days to come in, $7.95. Bitcoin Cash, $2.29, 4 hours. Pepe, there's some of these crazy tokens out there. Here's $22 in Pepe, took 4 days. 6 hours, $1.96. So you can kind of get an idea of Wavebot in action on a live account here. So again, these are just profits that are just coming in, many times on a daily basis. Like I said, sometimes you have a couple week gap, kind of depends on the markets, but they'll just consistently come in and bring those profits in. Any questions on that? Okay, so let's do this. I want to jam through this so I can get through this next part because it's really important to me, and then we'll go ask some questions at the end. So thank you guys. Listen, who struggles with knowing when to buy or sell crypto? I kind of asked this question earlier. We had a few people raise your hand, but usually most people do, right? Here's strategy number 2, and I'll go through this in fairly quick. If you can know the difference between red, gray, and green, you can become very profitable as a crypto trader. All right. So here's the number one dilemma. People don't know when to buy and when to sell. And they follow the herd, they follow the news, and they just log into Coinbase or the CoinMarketCap and they look at the prices and they just buy the things that are green and they sell when they're going down because they just don't know how to do it. But if you know the difference between red, gray, and green, you can accurately predict when it's time to buy or sell crypto. We use something, and this is something we've developed. It's called the TCC Trend Dashboard, and this is for people who actually like active trading, whether you're a scalper, whether you're a long-term trader, or a swing trader. We use this dashboard, and I'll kind of go through this here in a little bit and show you guys how we use this and why it works. Basically, don't worry if you've never looked at a chart before. I have a feeling that most people here probably have looked at charts before because you are traders here. Many people we teach have never had any experience at all, never even looking at candlesticks or any kind of a chart. But I think it's just kind of important. I'm just going to give you kind of a high level idea at this. Basically, we're looking for red zones, gray zones, and green zones. So let me kind of walk through this here. Again, if you know how to tell the difference between red, gray, and green, you can do this. So basically, red, as you can guess, probably means a downturn, okay? When we're in a downturn, we're looking for these buy zones, especially if we're in red. We buy when other people are panicking. What is the herd doing? The herd is selling, okay? Back in November, December of this last year, what were people doing? They were selling. Guess who they were selling to? Me. Okay, they were selling to people that do the opposite of the herd. People were panicking. Give an example. Back in December of 2018, Bitcoin was $3,100 when we started getting these buy alerts in here. Let's say you bought one Bitcoin when the buy zone signaled at $3,100. Well, when we turn to gray, that means we're about to have a trend change. The probabilities are very high we're going to have an uptrend. And especially when we get what's called the money arrow. When the money arrow flashes, we're off to the races. Get ready for a bull run or at least a nice big uptrend. So when we hit to gray, there's going to be a trend change. When we hit that arrow, we're in the money zone. And then we go to green. And what you do is this is where you watch your profits. This is where you are taking profits in these green areas. You're not buying in these green areas necessarily. You might be buying in some of them, but this is where you're taking your profits. So your profits from one Bitcoin in my previous example, $3,100 invested, you bought one Bitcoin. At the very top, and we're not always going to catch the top, right? But we get pretty good at it. You would have done a 4.3x. You would have made $13,509 just by following these these zones, okay? Let's just say that it came down here and you were like, you're a little stubborn and you kind of ignored this and you sold in the gray area. Like oh, it's hitting gray, we're getting a trend change. you still would have done $11,000 in the gray area, 3.5x. And let's say you were super stubborn. You were super stubborn and you waited for the sell signal. And then you realize, man, Joel taught me that I need to get out of these markets when I'm at least in the gray, and now I'm stubborn and I hit the down signal. It's going down. I better sell. I still would have done a 3.6x. So if you were stubborn, you still would have made money. Anyone here stubborn? Okay. Now this works with any crypto as well. BNB, Finance Coin. 1,000 invested in my example that I gave earlier, 1,000 invested would have turned to $33,000. You would have done a 33x just by following this, following the red to gray to green. 22,000, if you'd been a little stubborn and waited to sell when it turned gray, you would have done a 22x. And if you were like, again, stubborn and you wanted to wait till that absolute sell arrow down signal, you would have still done a 13x, $13,000. Anyone want to just see this chart in action? Let me know. Let me get a drink of water here. Just type in yes if you want to see this chart in action. This is for my scalpers out there. This is for my swing traders. And this is for people that, even if you're a long-term investor, myself personally, I like to scalp and do some swing trading with this. So this is our dashboard here. So I can see from this dashboard kind of where we are in the markets here. This is Bitcoin USDT. Again, this will actually work with stocks as well. Anything that you can pull up on TradingView, it'll work as well. So I'm looking at Bitcoin on a daily chart here. And what I can see here is way back here when we were going through the pain. Actually, let's go back even a little further. Anyone here got caught back up in Bitcoin when we were hitting these tops up here? When you should have sold? When we get these sell signals here, when you should have sold here, when you should have sold here, we could have bought again, potential trend change up. Anyone here got caught up in here? If you had been following this here, you would have been taking profits. You would have known we got a down signal there. It's time to get out of these markets. And you would have sold if you followed this. And then you would have bought again at these areas here, following the red to gray to green. And then you would have got out. And you would have waited, and you could have used a solid DCA strategy. Back in here, again, potential trend change up, screaming, it's time to get back in the markets, guys. The money signal up here, up. Let me make this here so you can see this. Time to sell, 31,000, get out, especially when we turn to gray. And now, what have we printed? We printed a down signal here on August of 26. So we can't predict the markets, but we can say a high probability, we're probably going to go on a downtrend again here a little bit. This is a great opportunity because what does the herd do? The herd's selling. And what are we doing? We're waiting for these opportunities. We've turned gray. We haven't even turned red yet. We're going to turn red. Most likely, probabilities are pretty high. So this is us looking for these great opportunities. Now, if I put this on a 12-hour chart here, I can see we got some great opportunities. Yesterday, we got a nice strong buy signal here on Bitcoin at 25.1. Starting to hear a little, but we've already turned red here. Let's bring this up on another chart. Let's bring this up on Ethereum. Let's see, I need to double click this. Here we go. We have our dashboard here where it kind of gives us an idea. We show RSI, stochastic, MACD, 50 MA, 100 MA, 200 MA. So we see our moving averages there. We got a strong buy signal yesterday on Ethereum, actually on Monday. Or actually, no, sorry, it was yesterday. So just by following this, this has been a really, really good scalping trading tool, long-term tool. But look, we're trending down here, guys. So we're already on we've turned red here. So who knows how long we'll go red. We'll look at our areas down here, support and resistance areas here, and we'll just be DCAing at certain levels here. So this is for my scalpers. This is for my type of investors like to get into this. It's been a super solid indicator that we've used, chart that we've used. And if anyone wants a light version of this chart, I'll be happy to give this to you as well. This is kind of our full advanced chart. But if anyone wants a free light version of this, I'll be happy to give that to you. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to give you guys some links, and if you guys will go to that, then we'll shoot that over to you guys. Anyone interested in that chart? I don't have enough time to go through and go all in detail on it, but it's done really, really well for us. So I want to continue on here. This is my last slide here. I want to give you guys the free gifts. I only had 50 minutes up to 60 minutes here today. We've got a lot more training. If you guys want to see what we're doing, if you're really interested in crypto, if you're really learning, you really want to learn how to have success in crypto, do the opposite of the herd, actually do some automated trading with some of our wave bot strategies, or if you want to learn to scalp, if you want to learn to day trade, if you want to learn how to do some swing trading using some of our charts and indicators that we've been super successful with. We have it all in there. All you just need to do if you want the more in-depth workshop, and I'm going to give you $10 in Bitcoin if you attend that workshop and attend the whole thing and take a little quiz at the end, just go to gohere.co/exclusive. So it's not .com, it's gohere.co/exclusive. Is that link working for you guys? And you could just sign up and go watch that presentation there. And then we also have a second one. If you go to the cryptocode.com/gift, this is where you can get into our $500 Bitcoin weekly drawing. And there's this PDF document that you can get there. And then anyone that goes ahead and goes to that link and signs up at gohere.co/exclusive, when you get to that end of that presentation, you'll have a way that you can contact us. And if you will shoot us over an email at the end of that presentation, we'll give you that chart for free that I showed you guys, the TCC trend chart. All righty, let's get that link popped in there. I think I could probably send this link to everybody here, or if one of our moderators wants to do that.
Already done.
Okay, perfect. I'm happy to answer any question that anybody has, and I know the questions most people have. So if nobody has any questions, I can make up a question. but yes, I'm happy to answer any questions. Thanks everyone for attending today.
We have an extremely silent group today for some reason. Can you guys, I see one hand is up though. Let's see. Oh, no, that one was already answered. Let's see. Pull those questions up.
Like I said, I can cover some most commonly asked questions, so.
Well, go ahead and cover some of those. Guys, I'm kind of concerned that we're not, maybe you're typing, but we're not seeing it because this is very unusual.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll do some of the questions. We got a few minutes here. We teach this all the time, so we know the questions people have. So if people watching this on a replay, you'll have this question. So number one question is like, where can I do this in the world? Like, am I limited just to the US or outside of the world? You can pretty much do this anywhere in the world. Anywhere that you can get an exchange account, you can do this. So crypto isn't traded through brokers necessarily yet. Like, it's going to start, like if you're talking about like, I want to get my financial advisor, get into, when eventually these ETFs get approved in that, people, mom and pop will be able to put these in their investment portfolio and their advisors will be able to do that for them. But right now you go get crypto exchanges. So you go to coinbase.com or you go to binance.com if you're outside the US, or binance.us. So you get these Gemini, these little local crypto exchange accounts, and this is where you buy and sell crypto, connect your bank account to it, put your dollars over to it, and turn that into crypto. Yeah, there's a good question that came in from Ermita. And do you want to ask me that question? And then I'm happy to. Or actually, let me answer this question, because this is a common question, and maybe we don't have time to answer this full question. Is like, what is Bitcoin? What is crypto? Yeah, so that's a huge question. If you never have any experience to crypto, it's like, it's a little hard to answer, but if I give you a simple answer, Bitcoin is the largest, most secure financial computer network built around the world that is not owned by any government. It's decentralized. It's not owned by anyone. Imagine the Visa network, the Visa credit card network. That's owned by a company, and that processes transactions, but it's owned by a company. Bitcoin is the world's largest computer financial network that isn't owned by anybody. And even though if you don't understand what Bitcoin is or Bitcoin mining, that just understand that you understand the power of a network, of a financial network. And people say, is Bitcoin gonna be around? Heck yeah, Bitcoin's gonna be around. It's only gonna get bigger. And crypto and Bitcoin are different. And that's the thing. And so I'll stop it there. You can go on YouTube and just what is crypto and learn all about crypto and Bitcoin. But if you want to learn more in detail, go jump on our training. We'll teach you a little bit more what crypto is and kind of the basics of it. But as a trader, all you have to remember from my presentation is that volatility, that you can make money with it. So if you're a trader, it doesn't really matter what crypto is. Just know that you can extract money from these markets that you can put into your bank account. Great. Another common question that we get is like, and I already showed the slide earlier, but like, how much capital do I need to put into these bot strategies? And I just say our goal is to do 0.5 to 1.5% daily return on these averaged over time. So take $1,000, I'm expecting over time to make a $5 to $10 a day. And that's in general, that's not a promise of income. You could do less, you could do more than that. But then just kind of do the math from there. Again, remember, that's not you staring at charts. That's you just letting the programs run.
So when you do your gift drawings, your weekly Bitcoin drawings, is that now there are different, I'm a newbie here. There are different Bitcoins. There's not just one Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, so there's Bitcoin and everything else is called an altcoin, alternative coin. So if it's not Bitcoin, it's what's called an altcoin. So you may have heard like Ethereum and that. So yeah, Bitcoin was the very first crypto, the very first cryptocurrency.
Okay.
And so we're giving away, go watch our in-depth workshop, participate, take a little quiz. We'll actually send you $10 in Bitcoin. And if you don't know how to get the $10, we'll show you how to get a crypto wallet, and we'll teach you how to do that. So.
And then you were really big on teaching people how these markets work. And I mean, I think the words you used were volatile, risky, and confusing. And I couldn't agree more.
Exactly.
So, and I like this, you're saying, you, of course, you buy low and you want to sell high, but you never know when it's about to drop. So, and you're referring to people who are stubborn, where they're hanging on to it to see if it's going to go back up. Is that the stubborn part? Like, I'm not selling, it's going to go back up.
Yeah, the bottom line, if you want to do well in crypto, you need to take some time and learn. Do some education, learn, and you start retraining your brain to do the opposite of the herd. And what you do is you stop thinking of crypto as a collector coin. You don't care about Bitcoin or don't care about these things like like their gold, you're gonna put them in the ground. And listen, anyone buys Bitcoin and you come back 10 years later, you're probably gonna do pretty well, right? But most people want to, if you're a trader, you want to take advantage of the volatility of the markets now, and you want to extract these profits now. So it comes with learning some education, and it's like a little light bulb that goes off, boom. So we teach everything. We teach all this. We teach you how to these mentality mindsets. You can work with stocks as well. It's like the same kind of thinking, right? Of when you're trading and investing. There's not a lot of difference if you think about it. It's just that from our experience, we have a lot more opportunity with this volatility going up and down. And the biggest thing is not to be stubborn, not to get so, like my buddy who invested 3,000 in this stupid coin called SafeMoon, could have made $384,000, but he was so stubborn because he thought it was going to go up to $1 million and didn't take his profits. We teach you, do not get emotionally attached to anything. So if you do that, you can do well. So here's the thing with me, like we get people all the time that's like, oh, I lost money in this scheme. I gave somebody my money in this. I'm like, red flag number one right there.
Yeah, don't give anybody.
Don't give anyone your money to go invest crypto. Don't get into these like pyramid thing. Like there's crazy things that can happen in crypto with like people that try to do. Listen, if somebody's approaching you like with a message on Telegram, whatever, trying to get into some crypto, like run away, run away. You need to have follow trusted people who are actually trainers and educators who have been in the space. We don't take any money. We sell education. We're an education research company. We've been through the trenches. We know how to do it. People go through our program and just go, oh my gosh, this is the best training I've ever had in crypto. You know, because we really care about our people. I'm the guy that, like I said, my goal in life is to help as many people as I can to help to learn to be financially free, because that's what I did. I said at the job that I didn't like and didn't hate and didn't have enough time. And my joy in life is to help others do the same. And I do the same thing. Like I trade with you guys. I trade with our students. We show people how to do this. We have our trade alerts. We have a pretty big program. I didn't even really get into it and talk about it. If people are interested, they want to see what we do, go watch that presentation. But my goal is to have the most trusted education and software company out there in the crypto space where we can legitimize everything, teach you guys how it really works and how to really have success with it. Because I got tired of all the garbage out there. And that's one of the reasons we started our program. So,
well, I wish you the best. And I want everybody to know that Joel's URLs, his links are in the chat. gohere.co/exclusive takes you to another special, more in-depth presentation, and lets Joel know that you came from us. And then also there's a free gift that you guys can get at thecryptocode.com/gift. So check that out. Moomoo is our sponsor for September. With Moomoo, you get free access to real-time LV2 market data of US stocks. And for a limited time, join 19 million Moomoo users and get up to 16 free stocks, including Tesla or Google, when you register for a new account with this link. And you fund it with at least $100. So the way it works out is for the month of September, deposit $100, you get 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you get the 5 free stocks plus 10 free stocks. And if you want to have a $5,000 account, you get the first 2 tiers plus 1 free share of Tesla or Google.